Level 1. The Grenade Kickers. This is not about the dribblers or the goal scorers. This is a homage to the passers, the ones who see things others don't, who have the ability to execute it with surgical precision. And it starts with two players who treated the ball like something that needed to leave their feet as fast as possible, because for completely different reasons, that's exactly what it was. Chris Smalling. 2 Premier League titles with Manchester United, over 300 appearances for the club, one of the most physically commanding centre-backs in English football for the better part of a decade. Dominant in the air, aggressive. On a good day, capable of stopping some of the most dangerous forwards in the world. Then football changed. High press, build from the back. The centre-back as the first passer in a possession-based system. The cognitive demands of the modern centre-back. Reading a press, processing multiple passing lanes simultaneously, executing under time pressure, require a completely different skill set to the one Smalling had spent a decade perfecting. Smalling was handed this test and failed it so publicly that his own manager discussed it in an interview. Jose Mourinho, explaining why he set Manchester United up to play long balls in the Europa League final against Ajax, said the following: "I even joked with Smalling, with your feet, we're for sure not playing out from the back." Mourinho built a tactical plan around going direct, sitting deep, and winning without the ball. Ajax had 2/3 of possession and 17 shots. United had 6. Smalling headed down a corner for the second goal and lifted a European trophy. His manager had engineered a final specifically so his centre-backs never had to start building the attacks. Smalling won. The passing problem remained. Gennaro Gattuso is the other type, and in a strange way, the more interesting one. 2 Champions Leagues, a World Cup, 468 appearances for AC Milan. One of the most effective midfielders of his generation, and one of the weakest passers on this list. Gattuso didn't pass. Gattuso destroyed. He won the ball back in places other players had already abandoned. In duels other players had already lost, at a speed and intensity that made him essentially ungovernable in open play. His job, understood by everyone at Milan, including Gattuso himself, was to get the ball and give it to the right person. That's it. That was the entire contract. The passing was someone else's department, and unlike Smalling, that was a choice. A deliberate, career-defining identity that made him a serial winner at the highest level. 2 types of level 1. The player who had every other attribute the game demands and still couldn't pass when football finally asked him to. And the player who decided that was never going to be his problem and built one of the great careers around that decision.